beats, you a fool.
What's going on? It's your boy Big Burnham. You already know King Cook Up here live from 6110 East Landis Ave in Violin, New Jersey. It's the Cook Up Radio. We're coming to you. We got new shows. Our lineup is crazy. And finally, y'all get to see me pod a little bit. So y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of dope things coming. And remember, it's the Cook Up, baby.
What's going on, family? This your boy Breeze, Director of Operations here at Cook Up Radio. Super excited to let you guys know that we have a bunch of new content coming for you. We have new shows coming. We have old shows coming back. One in particular is mine, Shooting the Breeze, where I bring people in from the area that are out there doing their thing. Cook Up Radio, Cook Up Family, man. We got big things coming.
What's going on, y'all? It's D Money here, live at the 610, the Cook Up. I'm here representing from our brand, OTR, Only the Real. Tune in. We're gonna talk to y'all. It's the Cook Up.
Hello. I'm Tracy Wells Huggins, coming to you live and direct from the Cook Up studio right here in the heart of Violin, New Jersey, Cumberland County. Stand up. We're all family here and you need to be down with us. Peace.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike D. You already know how we do it. Powered by the Cook Up with Sick Picks every Saturday night, 8 p.m. If y'all ain't there, y'all losing out, missing.
Welcome to a new episode of Great Minds. I am your host, Jazzy B.
And I am her bestie, Jade Chantel.
Okay, so we're here tonight to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the ups and downs of friendship. But before we get into the tea, the good stuff, we're going to do the best friend challenge.
14 questions you should ask your BFF. Who replies to text quicker? Who usually plans hangouts? Who's more likely to do weird things in public? Who would die first in a zombie apocalypse? Who's more of a drama queen? Who takes longer to get ready? Who spends more money on useless stuff?
That's me.
Who's more likely to be the heartbreaker? Who's the funnier one? Who has more tattoos? Who's more addicted to TikTok? Who's more likely to become a millionaire? Who's more likely to get arrested? Who's more likely to have a baby first? 14.
All right, so we're going to get right into it because I know that y'all nosy and y'all want to know the tea. So how did we first meet?
Well, we first became friends. I was 15 years old and I just moved to Millville from my dad to my mom. So I was hanging out with another one of our friends, but we didn't know each other at the time. I was hanging out with her. And I used to hear everybody like, oh, it's this girl named Jazzy. She be beating up everybody. She be fighting everybody. And I'm like, everywhere I went, somebody was talking about this girl named Jazzy.
It was a different one. They weren't talking about me.
And back in the day, we're young. She was a fighter. I was a fighter. So I'm like, who's this girl Jazzy?
She wanted the challenge.
I'm like, who's this girl Jazzy? I'm new in town, I got to make my mark. So I get to church. We started going to a church
in his presence.
So we both started going to in his presence. And one day I was there and I was going to mime team with her brother, Mookie, and which y'all know, Mookie. And I see this little tiny 5 foot, probably 110 pounds girl come walking around the corner. And then she was jumping double dutch on the side of the church and she was bouncing. And I'm like, I know this ain't the girl.
Yeah,
so I said, so you Jazzy, you the girl? You the girl everybody say that, beating up the whole neighborhood? And she was like, yeah. And then after that, we both just
started beating people up together. I'm just joking.
We just became like this. We just became like this inseparable.
She was always like pretty much like the voice of reason because back then I was a little wild. I just had a go button and no stop button. So she was the one that was more or less like, no, we should talk about this because you can't just go around beating people.
That's
up.
right.
We need to talk about this and find out why You want to put your hands on these people.
But it was like good because it was a balance. I was like the more meek and
More mature one.
more calm one. I ain't gonna say mature because we was young.
Yeah.
More calm one, and she was the more
rowdy.
Rowdy.
If you
but like if I was too meek, I always had her like, you're not letting that slide,
have to do
girl.
something about this. You ain't about to be just sitting up here just letting people just say and do what they want.
Right. And if she was too off the chain, I'd be like, now
you done went too far.
You done went out there and acted up. Now you done went out there and showed your whole behind.
For real though.
So it was like it was a good mixture.
And when we were like younger around that time, Chantel was like, I mentioned this in one of my YouTube videos. She was the one that like really introduced me to God because she used to walk around with a Bible and a basketball. I don't know what the combo was.
I was on a basketball team, but I still needed to sit down and read my Bible. Back then, I was going to church every single day. You know, and my parents, we moved a lot. No matter where I went, I found a church. So that's where we met each other.
Yep, at church. Mm-hmm. And I can remember when we were younger, Chantel would always carry her Bible around, but she knew so much about God even when we were younger. Now, I knew some stuff because my family was like kind of like my grandmama and stuff was in church. But this girl, she knew that word.
Yep.
She knew that
Walking
word.
around with my Bible, staying out of trouble.
Yep, with a basketball on the other
With a basketball. And you know what? At the time, I was like real. I used to dress like a boy. I had 2 brothers, and I used to live with my dad, so I was just around all boys. So when I finally moved to Millville and I met Jazzy, that's when I found out that I was pretty. I was like, you know,
dress this up.
She threw some clothes on me, did my hair, and I was like, oh.
Which was like, oh, I'm outside.
But yeah, literally, she taught me everything about being a girl. Like, literally taught me how to shave and everything. Like, all the girly products that I need to use, she taught me about it.
Yeah, we was like, me and Chantel, when we was kids, we was like thick. I'm sorry, me and Jade. Excuse me.
Jade Chantel.
Me and Jade. Y'all ain't know her real name was Jade, did you?
You better write it down.
You ain't know. But now you find it out. So when we were kids, like we were like inseparable. Like literally we'd walk to school together, get off of school. What was we watching? Was we watching them criminal shows?
We watched criminal shows together because she was always putting on a criminal show.
I was. I don't know why I was so into. I don't even want to know. Why was I so into them criminal shows? Crazy. Because why am I sitting there watching it?
When we 15, 16 years old.
How to kill a person and get away with it. Now that something was wrong. Something was off.
We used to literally walk to the Chinese restaurant just to get a bag of chicken wings or some rice and split it. Some white rice. You know that white rice was good with that shrimp and broccoli.
It was.
Split it and then we would walk back home.
Yep. They was the good old days. And actually like during that time when we was like younger and us going to in his presence, that's I think our first real experience with God. Like,
that's right.
Because like I think at first we was just doing it for fun. Like, oh, this is just something to do and it's fun and we all on the praise dancing team. But it was like when we really started praise dancing, you could literally feel the power of God. And that's when I started feeling like convicted when I was doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing.
Right. And then, years later, people will come up to me and be like, that time that y'all mimed this? That's when I really gave God, we did, yes. Mm-hmm. That's when I really gave God a yes. So it was like, dang, we didn't even know how powerful we are. But we know it, like, because that's when we really started getting to it. But we didn't know how much it affected other people. And we were so young.
Right. And how many young people was actually watching our lives to see what we could do, see what we was going to do.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is I can remember back then when we were going to In His Presence and I was like walking to Bible study and I had my Bible on my arm and it was 2 people. One of them passed away. It was Wally and somebody else. And they was like, where you going, Jazzy? And I was like, I'm going to church. And they was like, well, what y'all do at church? I was like, we had fun. Like, we be praise dancing. We be playing basketball. Like, we had fun. Y'all should come. And it was crazy because, like, I think about stuff like that all the time. Like, because shortly after, he ended up passing away. And he was somebody that was around me all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, you never know, like, who's watching your life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what example you're being even as a young child.
Yes, because that was a big shoes to fill, and we were doing it,
and we didn't even understand.
We didn't understand. We didn't, but we just were obedient because we was there. God brought us together, and we did it. And thank you to Miss Trinae and Brother Charles, Miss T,
and what's her name, Miss Donna.
Miss Donna,
I used to love Miss Donna.
They kept us together and kept us, focused on God and what we need to be doing. They would like have things at their house.
What's her name? Sister Albert too.
Sister Albert.
Yep.
Alberta.
Yep.
have things at their house, and we were just always together. We were with them, or we would just be together.
Yeah, they really did. Like, especially like for me, because when I was younger, I ain't gonna lie, I was a juvenile delinquent. I was going to the detention center. I was just always doing stuff. I don't know what my problem was, but I just was just like going in the wrong direction. So when I really started like praise dancing and stepping and all of that, like that got me out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Where versus I would probably have gotten in a lot more trouble had I been just running the streets.
Right.
So
But for me, I was just always into that churchy God scene. So I wasn't really like getting into trouble or anything. But when I started to go in his presence and hanging out with all of y'all and Miss Janae and Brother Charles and all of us, that's when I really started to praise dance and, you know, really minister, because that was our ministry.
Right. And I remember Miss Janae telling us that, because we just was just getting up there dancing. She was like, no, this is ministry.
Yeah.
Like, y'all when
need
y'all
to take
get
it
up,
serious.
when y'all get up in front of people, y'all minister. And I'm telling you, like when we like started praise dancing, like I can remember the night we even did that New Year's when we did the Major Prophet.
Yeah.
And we was up there, and at the end of the song, we was like, Major Prophet. Yo, I felt the power of God even then. Like, and the church was like packed. Like, yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like,
yeah. And we used to, you know, have to fast and pray back then. They were like, y'all about to do this. Y'all responsible. Y'all need to fast and pray. We'd be fasting and praying before we did any, you know, ministry, any show or anything. So.
And I can remember, a time back then. This is how I know the Holy Spirit was like living in me when I was younger, because I can remember a time back then I was about to do something that I wasn't supposed to do. And I felt so convicted. Like I felt like somebody was literally sitting there like, you better not. Like I was so scared. And, you know, back then I didn't know what that was. But now, like when I rewind back in my mind, I'm like, yo, that was the Holy Spirit.
Was the Holy Spirit.
Like, scaring the mess out of me. I was scared.
This might be too much information, but when I lost my virginity, I was at the front of the church like, oh, God, take me now. Take me now. I'm so sorry. I was crying so hard. I had snot bubbles. I was like, Jesus.
They probably like, what she done did?
Yeah.
I know
They probably knew what I was mentioning. Everybody was like, I know she done did. And that's what you get. You need to be up there. The whole church was laying hands on me, girl. They probably thought something serious was going on. Yeah, but I was convicted.
She said the whole church was laying.
I'm not joking. They were. You was there. You probably was looking at me like, this girl.
It's like, girl, you don't get off there.
I was crying, snot bubbles. The whole church was coming around me laying hands. But that's just to go to show we was young and felt the Holy Spirit and was
girl,
convicted.
I probably was back there cracking up.
It was a mess.
Oh my God.
It was a mess. I was going through it.
I remember around that time because you had called me and I was like, hold on to it first.
Yeah, she was like, don't do it. You better not. I still got out there and showed my teeth anyway.
Just couldn't act right.
Yep.
Hey, Mario, you got something you want to say?
I just got here. Why you ain't waiting for you to get here?
The show would have started at 6:30. There's people waiting for us to get online.
Yeah.
So, like shortly after that, like me and Chantel, like we was like sisters. I'm not gonna lie, like now that I done like experienced the world, I used to think that y'all was like, I used to be like, my friends ain't nothing. I used to be like, y'all was trash. But now I see,
got out there and you seen some real stuff.
I was like, these are some backstabbing, underhanded bimbos. I said my friends
would
is
never
like
do
these
nothing
girls.
like this.
Would never.
And that's why we couldn't like clash with other people. Like,
because I noticed like all the people that we was hanging with, they don't hang with. They either hang with us or they don't hang with nobody, even to this day.
Because it's what we
Sharonda,
had.
Portia, Jocelyn, nobody. Yep. They don't hang with nobody.
Because what we had, we was like always good to each other, even though we would argue, you know, regular friendship
and do regular girl stuff, like, but it wasn't like bad, like the type of stuff I see now. Y'all need to be stopped.
Some different type of animals out there.
Y'all need to be stopped. There's no loyalty. I don't know what's going on. Get it together.
Right. Certain things we don't even have to talk about. We just know. Like,
right. It's just, you know, right from wrong. But
then like soon after that, we got a little bit older. We was living together.
Yep.
We got a place together. In Cape May. Yep. We moved in together. We stayed there together. And then things got rocky.
Didn't it?
It got real rocky.
Look at Mookie on there watching. Hey, Mook.
Hey, Murder Mook.
Yeah.
things got real rocky between us because
that's when life really kicked in.
Life kicked in. But I think that time was needed. But let me talk about before when it had got rocky. It would be like things like this. Like she always like wanted what was best for me. But you got to let people learn, you know what I'm saying? And she wasn't trying to hear it. Like I would be in a situation and like I would be getting hurt back to back to back. And she would be like, no, this is not happening. But she would get mad at me. That's just her personality. She would get mad at me for not listening. Not just me. There are other friends too. Our other friends too.
All of y'all.
Posha.
All of y'all. Sharonda.
Yeah.
All of y'all.
She would get mad at us because she wanted us to do right. She knew she wanted the best for us. But us being us, we gotta learn ourselves. And definitely me. I always gotta learn the hot way. If you say that pot is hot, I'm gonna touch it just to see if it's hot. And that's a true story. When I was little, I put my hand in grease. They was like, that grease is hot. Don't you touch it. I said, and my dad had to take me to the hospital.
Now it make no sense.
And that's still how I'm living my life.
Hard head.
God is working on me.
And you know what though? Like, I'm glad that you mentioned that because through me going to therapy and stuff and me learning stuff, I think that me growing up in a household where as though I was the only girl too with 3 boys. And I didn't like really have like any like sisters or anything. So most people that I'm around, like they be like, oh, I had cousins my age or, you know, Mira and Tater, younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So I was always around boys. So I was taught rough, like you fall out a tree, a 10-foot tree on your back. They like, girl, get up. They was shaking me. I said, I didn't go to the hospital.
And that's probably why
we died 10 times. Yeah, for real. Like
that's probably why we clashed because I don't have a sister. She don't have a sister. I got 2 older brothers. Right. She has 2 brothers.
So like the way we look at life is different. Like a lot of like, I just can't take. That's why I don't make a lot of friends because girls are very catty, and I can't deal with it. I can't. Yeah, I can't. So I think like for me, I was hard on y'all, and then like even though who the oldest, Sharonda the oldest. Even though Sharonda was the oldest, the shortest and the oldest. But I always just thought I was just always just bossy. I just got that from my mom. I'm just bossy.
Yeah.
I like the boss people.
So she would be like wanting us to do something and we would still be doing it. And then she would get mad. Why I ain't talking?
I'd be like, yeah, what type of stuff is that? So you want to don't even complain to me no more. Don't talk. As a matter of fact, don't call me.
Because she wanted the best.
But I just wanted the best for, you know, everybody. And me, like, I hate to see people hurt. Because I'm not the type of person that can deal with like a lot of like nonsense. Yeah. Like I'm like, I would say like a no nonsense.
Yeah, like
person.
She's like one and done. Where I'm like, okay, we're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on this. She like, no.
And then but I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad that I got you in my life because you like the voice of reason. You like, no, Jazzy, you gotta look at it this way. Because I'm only gonna look at it that way. And that's how I'm gonna feel. And I know that you did it on purpose to try to hurt me. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. But that's where our balance comes with each other.
What?
We got a bear over there growling.
What's wrong with you?
I was cracking my neck.
But I don't remember like what was it because there was a time where we just had a big fallout and we just didn't talk to each other for years.
Oh,
I don't remember why.
You remember why?
I don't remember what I ate yesterday. We was all
in that dining room drinking.
You forgot. Oh my God.
We was all
that was so stupid.
That was me though. I shouldn't have been. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have been being petty.
I still don't remember.
I shouldn't have been being petty.
We shouldn't have been drinking.
I shouldn't have been drinking. That's the problem. Because every time I drink, I'm the problem. That's the truth. I'm not gonna lie.
But it was like for something.
No, I was being petty.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like
what was I was mad at you because of something else, but I was.
I don't remember exactly.
I can't remember the exact reason that I was mad at you, but I know that night it was, you know, remember my kid's dad and all of his friends, and we were sitting at the table. Well, really, it wasn't all his friends. It was the girl, the girl that passed away,
and then his friend,
and then Kelly.
Yep.
And then Kelly
Kelly got right out of there.
Kelly was like, I'm out of here.
As soon as we started arguing, Kelly, she was gone.
What? I'm out of here. I don't deal with this. But yeah, I shouldn't have been being petty. And we talked, but I apologize because I really had to grow. Because I'm not going to lie, y'all. Over the years, I thought that I was being a good friend, but the truth behind the matter is I really didn't know how to love people properly, which I've learned that over the last year and a half. Like, and even in relationships, like I had to go back and apologize because, I couldn't just point the finger, at my last ex, like, oh, you did X, Y, and Z because, baby.
Right.
Hey, you know me.
Right. Yeah. But you apologize and I apologize too as well because it always takes two. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I apologize my part in it because I ain't had to sit there and argue and know you was drunk. I sat there and argued with a drunk person. Maybe was I drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
We was
I
both
can't.
drinking.
I'm not a drinker at all.
We was drinking that
Mhm.
wine.
Drinking
Ain't
that
had
wine.
no business drinking
I had no
that
business
wine.
drinking that wine. I'm blaming it on you, baby. Dad.
It is his fault. He can't speak up for himself.
You ain't no good.
What?
So we had gotten this huge fallout.
And
where
then she tried to fight me.
I tried to fight you.
Yeah, you tried to fight me. Go talk
Girl.
about some. Come on outside. I said,
Oh, I didn't mean it though.
I was offended. I said,
I remember I did, and my baby was there.
no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes,
Oh, he was in
there.
the room sleep.
Yep, he was in the room sleep.
You ghetto.
I'm ghetto. I mean, I ain't ghetto no more. I'm ghetto, but I remember leaving that night, and then I remember it was like so hard because my baby would be asking, "Where's Jazzy?" I'm like, "Shut up."
You should let that baby see.
Where's Jazzy? Now this is how you know, like we meant to be friends because my baby, he didn't never want to be with nobody. I wouldn't even leave him with nobody but Jazzy. Like he just loved her, and like I'm talking about we stopped talking for years. So years.
It's
and
been
years,
what, like 7, 8 years?
a lot of years. Even down to the last month before we talked, he was talking about something. Where's Jazzy? I used to be like, boy, build a bridge and get over it.
You know what? Portia kids did the same thing. Because, I ain't talked to Portia in like 4 years. And the day I'm on the phone talking to her, the kids done took the phone. Monty and Chris done took
These
the phone.
kids
And
be
they in the room.
knowing.
They like, Jazzy, look at this, look at that, look at that.
And
I got kids.
For real. I would be having to explain, like, he'd be like, so y'all not friends? I'd be like, it's not that we not friends, but we just don't talk. Well, I want to talk to her. Will you get out there?
You know what? I don't know if Dante ever told you, but he did bring him to see me one day.
He never told me.
He brought him over there to come see me. But it was one of them days. Your peoples she was in there acting up.
Who?
You know who your peoples is. She was in there acting up. He caught me on the wrong day, so things just didn't go the way it was supposed to. She was in there acting up. You know how she do.
I know how she do. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna sip tea on that.
He might have told me. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, but he did bring me to he brought him to come see me, but
I'm glad he did that because my baby was like missing you.
He was my first kid.
Yep.
I used to buy that little boy everything.
Yep. He used to be like, Jazzy used to give me everything.
Just show up with stuff and you'd be like, girl, why did you buy this boy this?
Yep. A million yoo-hoos.
Right. Why'd you do that?
Yep. And then we stopped talking for a long time, but I think that time was needed for us to grow.
I feel like God always knows best. Like I'd be feeling like, I don't know if you feel the same way. You could let me know, Mario. You could let me know if you agree. I feel like sometimes God separates you from people so that we don't cause more damage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's not a situation we can come back from.
Right.
So what you think?
It depends on the situation. If it's like getting to a point where it's not like a fruitful situation or it's not beneficial, then you need time. You know what I'm saying? But even if it is beneficial, sometimes you just need time to grow. You need everybody's space.
Right. I agree with that, but I also think that we really just needed to have that time apart to grow on our own because we was always there to catch each other.
Right.
We was always
we was
net.
like real like codependent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact God doesn't like that. He wants you to depend on him wholeheartedly. And we was too like dependent on each other. Right. We was like we was twin sisters or something and just couldn't let up.
Yeah. Like, she used to be dressing me. I couldn't even go to the store and buy an outfit without asking her, like, what should I get?
Right. Mm-hmm. So God had to, separate us so that he can, especially like for me personally, I had a lot of growing to do. I know in this last year and a half, God has like really grown me up because, like I've been through a lot in life as we both have. Mm-hmm. All of us have been through a lot in life. So I was like just angry. I was just mad.
Yeah, that's what I get from her. She was just very angry. But I know, even me being that young, like when we first met, I knew that it was when you acted out, I knew it was because of like all the stuff you was going through and the stuff you had to deal with. A lot of people might not have known, but I knew. So
Right. So that's why
So
you
like
just
I was
sweep
I
over.
was just sweeping under the rug. Like,
You be like, she done acting fool. It's
yep.
up.
She acting fool. It's all right. She
Yeah,
dealing with some
breathing.
stuff.
Yeah, because people didn't know, like when we was kids, like I was like in anger management and everything. Like I could not, like I would have, you know, because you've been around when I done had like my fits of rage and I would be like ready to break a TV. Like I couldn't control it. I really couldn't. Like it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, Lord, you have delivered me from that. Thank you.
Yes.
And I let people talk crazy. I'm like, go on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's what we needed. We needed that time apart so we can grow in our own identities.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And now he's brought us back together.
And now we about to do this work.
Right. Now we're going to do what it is that God called us to do, because honestly, like everything like that we learned in his presence and in his image was for our purpose. Like now I'm seeing that. I'm like, you know, us being young youth and going to church and being a part of the praise dance, the mime team, that was preparing us, giving us the experience we need for what God is about to do.
That's right.
In our lives. Right. For us to be able to help the youth.
That's right. And God showed me many times, even when we weren't talking, that we were going to be together and we were going to do major things in our lives, in our communities. Right. And now it's finally coming to fruition. Thank you,
Jesus.
That's right.
Thank you, Jesus. Like we can't let all the cats out the bag on the show, but just know it's great things happening behind the scenes. God is doing what it is he said he was going to do. And you know, he's really faithful. And you know, like me, like sometimes like when I think about it, like now that I see everything happening, I be overwhelmed a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes it creeps me out.
Yeah, right.
Because like I'll have a dream and then she'll call me, girl, I just had a dream, and it'll be the same dream. I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah. Like it'll be like the way God have us, like I'll have a piece to the puzzle and she'll have a piece. And it's crazy. Like the dreams be like boom, boom.
Yep.
So it's like he's showing us like this is what you're going to be doing. Yep. And you know, I
love that about us too, because just like you said, like one sword. Don't make me mess it up.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. So like there'll be times that in the middle of the night she'll call me and she'll be like, oh, I just had this dream, and she'll tell me like, you know, I think God is trying to tell you this about yourself, and I'll call her and be like in the middle of the night or whenever, you know, God showed me something. So it's like we there for each other. We fast, we pray together.
Yep, we be on that phone.
Yep. The other day we just had us a good little prayer session where I needed it. And she showed up. She was like, girl, we about to pray that right now.
Yeah, we about to pray that off right now in the name of Jesus. Because one thing, I know that when we was younger, I know for sure that when I really like started to learn God, I knew that she was called to be a prayer warrior. I knew that for sure. I didn't know what my purpose was up until some months ago. You know what I'm saying? People will always prophesy. Right. Oh, you're going to do great things. God going to use you for this. God going to use you for that. But it wasn't up until some months ago that somebody confirmed to me like, you see what I'm doing? This is what you're going to be doing. I'm like, okay, now it makes sense.
Right. I always kind of knew it was spiritual warfare, because why at a young age will we be so into that?
Right. And why would we be going through so much? Somebody make it make sense.
We used to be reading them books.
Right.
Ain't no other kids our age
he
was
came
doing
to
that.
set the captives free.
Yep. Becoming a vessel of honor.
Yep. Divine Revelation of Hell. All them types of books. Ain't nobody our that age was reading them type of books.
And we would really be looking into it and stuff. Like, so like God always had a plan for us.
Right. We all, me and you, one thing for sure, two things for certain, we always dealt with spiritual warfare.
Ain't that the truth?
When we knew, we was like, girl.
That's the truth. That's really the truth. But now we back friends. We're going to stay friends.
Definitely.
Because I'm going to beat you up this time. We're going to tussle this time.
See,
and you start trying to be my friend.
Y'all see. Lord,
listen, y'all Jesus. Understand. When we stop being friends,
I was hurt.
That hurt more than anything.
Yeah,
like, ain't nobody ever broke my heart like
hold on, I couldn't sleep for days. Yeah. My baby dad was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I just can't get it together. I said, she done deleted me and blocked me. Why you do that?
Because that's what I do when I'm angry.
She deleted me and blocked me. I said, she out here acting like me.
I was so hurt.
I think I was more mad that you blocked me before I got a chance, because you know I'm petty.
I was sick. That was all a show. I was probably looking from another page, girl. You know me. My feelings was so hurt. I was sick. Oh, I don't want to go anywhere today.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like, my baby dad was somewhere trying to find you so we could be friends. Together. Yes. Remember, he used to do that all the time.
And then he used to pop up. He'd be like, you know what? He'd be like, Jazzy, can you please come over here with her? He ain't even want me over there for real. Come over here with her. Get her together.
He'd be like, I had enough of her sitting in here. That's how it used to be. That's how close we was.
Yeah, like we really like sisters.
But we got a lot. We had other friends too.
Right. Yeah, because
We had a lot of experience together.
I'm like that with like Sharonda and Portia. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like,
and it was different. Me
like
and Sharonda were friends before I even met you.
Yeah, because y'all was friends before me, right?
Yep. And ain't that crazy?
It was you, Sharonda, and Shonda, right?
It was me and Shonda separately, and then me and Sharonda separately, and me and Tay. Zakia.
Oh yeah.
She was my first
to be friends with her.
Yep.
Dang, you done had a lot of friends.
Girl, calm it down.
I ain't said nothing. There's a lot of our friends we share the same.
Ain't that crazy?
How you met? I know how I met Portia. How you meet Portia?
At school and through you.
Okay.
I met Portia at school. We used to be in school together. We probably had some class together and through you.
One thing I can honestly say though about our friend group, I don't care if we was friends or not. Let us have been somewhere and seen one tussling. All of us was going.
Yeah, I always thought about that.
We would have been like,
yeah. I always thought about that.
This ain't even your business.
You don't worry about what's my business. This is my friend or my old friend.
Yeah, my ex-friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it was still love, you know.
Right. Like all these years. That's why after I went through that therapy session, and plus God, you know, the Holy Spirit, he be checking me. He be like, you need to go apologize.
And I'm glad she did.
Go apologize.
I'm glad you did, because you see, when you did, it was like a weight that lifted off me. I was crying like, I'm just tired of being mad.
Yeah, I was crying for days on the video, on the voice chat.
I'm just tired of being mad. I don't want to be mad. And it was just like a real weight that lifted off.
You know why? Because at the end of the day, real friendships are built on trial and error.
That's
like, we ain't did nothing crazy, like go sleep with each other, boyfriends.
We never.
Dudes, like we did regular, like, girl stuff.
We love each other.
Right. Like sister stuff. But, baby, I don't want to be friends with none of them people out there. I don't know what they
doing
got
all
going
types
on.
Of things.
I ain't got
stuff
time.
that we wasn't ready for.
Right.
We wasn't ready for that.
They done sat around and shook
the table. They done lifted that table up and flipped it over.
Right. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, let me tell you something. The type of people that I thought was people was doing stuff to me, and I was like, I thought you was my friend. It's like, you thought wrong.
See, I'm your only friend. Remember it.
I'm
your only friend. Remember it.
I was like, Lord, this hurt. No, for real, it really did hurt, because I was like, I really ain't like her that much like that anyway. But it's just a point. Like, why would you go and do some dirty, underhanded? That's last summer.
See, like, when we stopped being friends, I ain't make no friends.
And
I just have my cousins.
You know me. I got to be somewhere in the mix, in the loop. I learned my lesson last summer. I said, oh, no, I'm going to go get my old friends back, because they don't act like y'all. I don't know who y'all is. These people right here, they got the devil in them.
They do.
And I'm like, no. No.
I had my cousins, and I could see, like, the dynamics of friendships through their friends. Like, the people that they would be friends with, I'd be like, this ain't, they're not something.
And here we are complaining about the friends we had. No, these just decent people. Them over there, I don't know what's going on with them. I done seen some stuff. I'm like, like, how is they still friends? And they just still, I think it's the alcohol.
It's the alcohol.
They keep people
like
blame
it on
with each other, because ain't no way.
But I'm glad that we back together.
Me too.
Because it's so much more to come of this, and I'm glad that I am glad that we took that time apart to grow, because I wouldn't be able to get my own identity. Like, you know, that's very much my character. Like, it's easy for me to hang with anybody, because I can kind of flow with any crew. Well, now I can't, because I don't got the time. I'll be like, where am I at? They were like, why you bring her? I'll be like, I don't know why he brought me, because I don't know I want to be here.
What they like, she done messed up the vibe.
Yeah.
That's how I be. I can't go everywhere, but I know now the reason that when I go around a lot of people, they get that vibe. Like, I don't even have to say nothing, and they be like, I don't like her.
Yeah, I think she better. Well,
yeah, like, I think I'm better. I be like, baby, what did I do? But I know it's because God has a purpose for my life, so I'm set apart.
Right.
Like, I could try to blend as much as possible, but
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
And ultimately, I just came to the conclusion, I don't care if people think this is cocky. I just feel like it's confident. When they be like, oh, you think you better? I am. I am, because I'm not out here tussling in the streets, kicking nobody back in. I pretty much, if somebody's going through something, we don't be kicking they back in. We just like be like, I pray that they get better.
I'll be really feeling bad for people, especially now, girl. I think I told you and Mario back in September, when I was going through all that stuff I was going through, and God was telling me, like, oh, leave that relationship, do this, do that, stop talking to this person, stop talking to that person. And I was like, Lord, I did it. But then, when I tell you I had the worst spiritual warfare of my life, I was praying every day. I said, Lord, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to, because I really felt like that, because it was like every single person that I was around at that time was coming for me. But God told me, don't even worry about it. I'm going to take care of it. And then when I started seeing like different stuff happening, I'm like,
That's when they would be playing
y'all
with us. I'd be like,
chill.
it's a dangerous game, dude.
I'm like, y'all better chill, because my dad, he don't play them games.
Don't play about me.
But then I'll be like praying, because like when I find out stuff like, oh, this person going through this, I'm like, Lord, please.
Have mercy on them.
Please.
Yep. And you know what? When we was younger, I'm going to tell you, I ain't never told you this, but when we were younger and you used to do stuff to me, I used to be like, God, get her. I hope get her, God. But then like, this is how God would do. He'd be like, okay, I'm going to get her. But he would get you after we done made up. So I'll be so hurt that you be going, I'll be like, oh no, God, wait. No, I don't want it. I take it back.
How you going to sick the Lord on me then?
I used to be so mad.
What type of stuff is
Used to be hurting my feelings. But then God would be, he be playing. God was funny. He be playing games.
He do play games.
He play games.
He funny.
Wait till we back cool and then put you through it. I'm like, oh no.
Now you got to go through it with you.
I used to be sick.
Sitting around here sick and sad, but sick the Lord on
After
me.
I sat there and prayed for it.
It ain't coming off. I don't know what you pointing at me for.
He had her fun.
I bet you it won't come off.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, you know, like all these years, like people really thought that I was like this mean, cruel person, but they don't know I'm soft as shit.
I always knew that.
Like I really don't do grimy stuff.
No.
I don't do grimy stuff. Now I might get smart with you, but even then,
I think it's the people behind it, like the people that you come in contact with, they be having an issue with you.
I don't know.
It's
you know
the
what it
spirit
is
behind them.
But you know what it is though, because Sharonda had said to me before, I said, "Yo, what's people's problem?" She said, "You too strong." She said, "People don't like that."
Yeah,
they want you.
But I remember I told you that back in the day, like when it was like you in relationships.
Yeah,
I'm like, girl,
what you said?
You cannot run these people. You are not the man. He gonna do what I say.
He gonna do what I say, especially what you over there clapping for?
She preaching.
But that's just her character. Yeah, that was always her character. She's very strong, and I love that about her. I love that she's very strong. Cut it out.
No, I'm chilling.
I love that she's very strong-minded and like not easily ran over. Like,
and I think that's my problem too at church. That's why these church people don't be liking me, because I'm not. You can't just tell me anything. I'm sorry. I open up my Bible too, and I hear from the Lord, and He be telling me, "Nope, don't follow them."
That's right.
That's what He be like.
Right. See, when it come to her,
He be like,
it's like right away. She gonna let you know right away. With me, I'll be like, okay, and then
like,
I'll leave.
Nope.
And then as soon as I leave, I'm like, I ain't doing none of that. So then when they realize that I can't do her, right. I can't get her to do what I want her to do.
I feel like we live in a day and age where people want you just to submit and bow down to them.
Right. And it's not going to happen.
Did you I'm quick to tell somebody, you ain't go to that cross for me. I don't know what's wrong with you. And the Lord know that. Cause like, I'm very like open with God. Like, look, Lord, like I'm not, being arrogant or nothing. And He'd be like, one day He told me, I was like, Lord, like, do you want me to like listen to a person over you? He said, do you want me or do you want a king?
And you better preach it. Go ahead.
And
God.
I said, okay.
Preaching it.
I said, I want you. He said, well, keep listening to what I'm telling you to do. Because you see me listening to Him.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going.
Yeah, I made paved the way for all of us, didn't you? Paved the way for all of us.
Paved the way for the team. Paved the way. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Because God know, come on now, because God know at the end of the day, people could be all religious. Come on, Bun. Come on now, Bun.
I try to tuck and roll.
I'm sick of it.
Here, you know what?
Give me a bobby pin.
You know I'm like a mom.
Yeah, give me
a bobby pin.
Thank you. But I know that God knows who's going to ride for Him. Like, right. Even though people be like, why is she using the word ride? God knows who's going to be loyal to Him.
That's right.
At the end of the day, like I feel like I'm submitted to God, not a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if God give us free will, why do a person feel like you should have to submit to them? God gives us free will. So why you feel like you're going to tell me when to sit down, when to stand up, when to turn a corner? Like, this is crazy. Somebody got to make some sense. And that's how I be talking to the Lord. Like, and He be keeping it, like, telling me the truth. Like, you shouldn't. You should submit yourself to me.
That's right. And that's what I love about you, because like it's like as soon as you get a word from God, she like, God, I'll do it.
Yep.
I be like, God, who gonna be there?
And you
God be like, go over there. I be like, who gonna be there, God? Who gonna be there? Girl, go. I be like, all right.
You say God gave you that confirmation, like about me. That's the thing.
That's what He needs. That's what He needs. He needs people like her that's ready to submit. And willing to do it.
Like, because I be sitting in the car.
She willing to take over like all the backlash and stuff, and I hate that. Like, she know that get under my skin. I could do something right. I could do something out of line or just something different, and everybody be like, Jazzy made you do that. And that gets under my skin. I'm like, I got my own mind. Like,
and I'll be telling her, I'm like, girl, don't worry about what they say.
She always say that.
I'm so used to people. But then look at every person that, like Moses.
That's right.
Elijah, all of them people in the Bible, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what she was telling me. That girl, they done talked about
They
Jesus.
did the same thing to Jesus. That's why they crucified him, because when he came, they thought that he should look like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And when he didn't, people was offended. That's because he was telling them, like, pretty much like, what you're doing is wrong. That's not why I came. That's not, you know what I'm saying? So that, like, kind of grind people's wheels, and I'm here for it. It is what it is.
I'm cool when they talking about me, but when it comes to her, I'll be like, no, you're not gonna talk about my sister. And I'm like that with my brothers too. Like my brothers,
but don't worry about it. Let them talk, girl. Let them talk.
I gotta learn that,
I'll be trying to tell people, like, especially now that I see God like doing certain, like, moving on my behalf. I'll be like telling people. I'll be like, look, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Then I'll be praying. I'll be like, Lord, please have mercy on this person. Please, please, please. But then I kind of was taking stuff in my own hands, and God.
This girl was so mad. She was mad at somebody. The other day she said, I ain't sending up another prayer. I ain't sending up another prayer for you.
When I say I'm
making a list.
I said I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice.
For everybody that's doing me wrong right now. I know God be like, these two.
I know he do. I know he be sitting up there like, and I know the church people like, they ain't saved for real.
That's exactly what.
But I ain't out here sliding and gliding. What y'all doing?
And that's just another thing. Like, when we were split apart, that's why I had to learn. I'm not real big on religion. I don't want to say religion. I'm not real big on like the doing everything this way or doing everything this way. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that people should be getting kicked out of the church.
Yeah, that's just.
Why are you kicking that person out of church?
That's like saying, like, you kicking somebody out of the church. That's like saying you going to hell. Like, I'm sending you to hell. Right. Like, who is you?
This is where they need it the most. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not big on like religion as far as like you got to do this way. You have to do this way. Of course, you know the rights and wrong. Like, read your Bible. Okay, you know rights and wrong. But as far as like you have to do this way.
Yeah, I'm not big on that either. Like the Lord, like He know. I have had dreams, so I know ultimately where He's sending me. Like, I know the people that's going to be my leaders. Right. You know what I'm saying? And because He showed me dreams, like of me coming. Here. Yeah, me coming through their church doors. She laying her hands on me. I start speaking in tongues, even in the dream. So I know who He's going to send as my leaders. And I ain't going to lie, they strict. They going to give it to me. But as of right now, I'm not just falling for anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when we were younger, it was so much easier.
Yeah, like when I was younger, like I didn't read the Bible for myself. I really, was just listening to everything that a preacher say. But I don't do that no more, because I know that because our very hairs, and this is the scripture that always stuck with me, our very hairs on our head are numbered. So if our very hairs on our head are numbered, that means each and every one of us are unique and different. Right. So the way God deals with me, He's going to deal with you differently. The Bible says what the Bible says. That stands. Right. Like, no, as far as like sin and stuff, that stands. But God may show me dreams and visions. God may speak to you audibly. God may do something different with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So every one of us is different. And, for me, like, for years, God has done all of the above, spoke to me audibly, gave me dreams, gave me visions, and I always doubted it. It wasn't until one of the ladies that God sent in my life that's like a mentor pretty much told me, like, no, God is speaking to you. Right. Like, He's speaking to you. And the reason that He's speaking to you is because you're willing to listen. Right. And a lot of times, like, I would tell God, like, I'll go, God, no matter what. But I didn't know what I was saying. Right. Because the spiritual warfare, I
wasn't ready. Hold on, God. I'm ready. Now you in this now. That's how He would be.
I was like, right. People just don't know.
And for me, I kind of just found out on my own about that. Like, when we wasn't talking, I spent so much time on my own. When I say time, I mean years on my own, growing, praying, and learning how to pray. Really, like, understanding my Bible. I've read my Bible since I was a kid, but now I really understand like the scriptures in it.
And it'd be good.
It'd be real
You
good.
be reading like one day I was sitting at the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading, I'm like, what could separate us from the love of God? And I'm like saying it like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, nor height nor depth.
Yeah.
I'm in there and I was like, because this is some good stuff.
Now that we older,
not angels or demons. I was like, that's some good stuff.
Now that we older, we finally
you
can
understand,
and we have some experiences,
right?
So now, like, we know.
And then, like, you start to, like, really, that's another show we have to do about spiritual warfare. When you really start to learn about spiritual warfare and spirits, period, and how you can open yourself up to a lot of
things.
And
stuff. I got some stories.
That'll change your,
Yep.
That'll change your perception. Like, before, it's no kids on this show, watching, but
take your kids and put them in bed.
Yeah, put them sleep. I don't know what time it is. Put them wherever.
Put them in the playroom.
Wherever you gotta put them. But I know, like, before, like, with me, like, shacking up and fornicating, I didn't think it was a big deal. But through, me really spending time with God back in September all the way till now, it showed me, like, how literally, like, when you fornicate with somebody, you take on all them spirits.
Yep.
And then whatever spirits they done slept with, baby.
That's right.
Now that I done got free from a lot of stuff, I'm not going back.
And you better not.
I'm not. I'm not.
Right.
Like, when I tell you I'm not, and like it even make me think, like, one day when God does send my husband, he got to go through deliverance, because I'm not, listen, you don't know what type of spiritual warfare I go through. We're not doing this.
Right.
We're not.
Right. Because that enemy is going to always be out.
Trying to get me.
Trying to get you.
Trying to get
I had a dream last night. I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah, tell me off air. It might be too
much.
But
that's what I was saying. I had enough, like, I don't know, you was talking about stuff then, but that's how I learned, that God is really speaking to me, because I will be like having dreams, and then I'll wake up and I'll call my cousin, like, girl, I had a dream that you was pregnant, and it was a girl. And like, she got quiet, like, hold up.
Like, who telling my business?
Right, but it was nobody who could have told me. Or then I'll be calling somebody else, like, yo, I had like that big shootout in School Town, whatever. I had a dream about that, and I was like, yo, that's gonna be the wrong place, wrong time. That's what I kept saying. And then all that happened, and then on the news it was like wrong place, wrong time. So I was like, I know I'm hearing from God. He's showing me these things, and he's showing me for a reason. Right. So like, I know I'm hearing from God.
Yeah. And even when we was younger, God was always like, remember we would get dressed? Yeah. Remember that one time we got dressed and we was like, no, we not going to go. And we still went. Remember the boy was shooting?
I didn't go. You and Sharonda didn't know y'all.
Yep. And I think, and remember we was, the guy was shooting, and he wasn't even shooting at us. He was shooting at somebody else, and he ran straight to the car and opened up the door and was about to shoot. Like I don't know what, I'm telling you, demons be jumping in people, because he wasn't even shooting at us. And he opened up the car door and was about to shoot, but the gun jammed.
See? That was at the Econo Lodge, right? Yep. Back in the day.
Yep. And after that, I was like, I'm done with Cumberland County. I ain't going nowhere. Done with all of y'all.
Scared her straight.
I was like, no, I'm not going to no more parties out here. And then I honestly, like, we always pretty much been homebodies. Like, none of us was really like go out people. Like, always want to go out and stuff. Like, that's never really been my twist. I was always like more like a home, chill at home type of situation.
Me too. I mean, we went out a couple times. Well, the little crew to Philly.
Yeah.
To Chrome and Shampoo. They not even probably clubs no more. You old.
You old, G.
Nah, Mario old.
No, yeah, he really is.
You
old.
real pop.
Y'all sitting over here, right?
Yeah, he don't know nothing of it. He probably ain't never been to no club.
You ever been to a club before? You went to Chrome? Oh, so you was out there acting out.
And then singing on the church choir.
You know what?
Before I went back.
Oh, okay.
What you was on that Chrome?
You went to Shampoo too?
No.
So where you went? You was about to say somewhere else.
It was a spot in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Another spot in DC.
Oh, so you was going.
To DC?
You was showing out.
I ain't never been to no DC.
Me neither.
I've been like through there, but like to go clubbing, I ain't never been.
No, I've been there, but not to go clubbing.
You know what? Like, I was like watching something today on as a matter of fact, somebody's story popped up, and I was watching their story, and like, they was out like partying or whatever, and I was like, Lord, I'm like that's just not something that I'm interested in no more. Like, no offense, whatever floats your boat, but that's just something that me personally, like, I'm just past that. Like,
even when we were going, we would get there at like 1:00 and it closed at 2.
Yeah,
because we just not like a people.
Yeah, like club type people. And you know what too? Like, in the summertime, I sure wish I had my real friends around, because like I would get drunk and I would talk about God, and they would be so mad. They'd be like.
Here we go with this.
I was blowing everybody's stuff, but then it was one girl, whatever, that wasn't my real friend. Me and her
She done tussled on the ground.
But she would be like, yeah. She'd be like, this girl right here, like she spoke it over my life. She was like, she gonna be preaching. Watch what I tell you. She gonna be on TV and on videos preaching. And sure enough, when stuff just started happening this year, I'm like, how?
Yep.
How? God is somebody. That's what I say. The Lord.
Commercial break. If you guys are into ASMR, you can definitely go over there to YouTube. Definitely go over to YouTube and check out my ASMR channel, Jade Empress.
What's that mean, ASMR?
Oh, ASMR is like sounds and noises, touches that like kind of relaxes you.
Like meditation.
He about to go.
Not meditation. Like it's just like sounds like somebody playing with your scalp might relax you, or saying certain.
Oh, like
words.
how you listen to like.
I'm gonna check it out though.
It's not for everybody. It's not for him. But if it is for you, I mean, a couple of you follow me over there. I would love for you to come checking me out on YouTube.
You on YouTube?
Yes.
Now, do you do live videos?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
I
haven't done it in a while because I was rebranding, but now that I got new stuff.
So like, so you be on there like playing like
chimes
and stuff like that.
And like raindrop
sounds and stuff like that.
So you do the sounds yourself?
Yeah, I do the sounds
myself.
myself.
You make the noises?
Yeah, like this. Is it gonna be real loud if I do it in here?
Nah. That's the little stuff you see one of those little African videos. Like.
Hold on, I didn't know.
I apologize to the ASMR community. Everybody.
No disrespect.
Everybody is not. It's a big platform. Everybody is not for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, then I ain't gonna call you
Erica Badu. First, and he gonna put this up talk about something. I got you, Erica Badu.
Yo, that's funny. Yeah.
But if you are into ASMR, if you instead of taking like Xanax and stuff, you can always try to switch it out.
So it's like something like people would use for like therapy.
For like therapy, yeah, like therapy. One day I'm gonna have an ASMR studio.
Okay, sis.
And I want you to come, Mario, and you're gonna be relaxed.
He's gonna be in there asleep.
I was sleeping over here like 10 minutes ago. Word up, I woke up. I was sleeping.
What you was trying to say? The show boring today?
Listen, you know I'm running.
Running. That's what millionaires do.
Yeah.
I do got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got two things, but the first one is, what do you feel is like a key component or key components to keep a solid friendship?
Definitely honesty.
What was the question? Come again.
What is the key, or what are key components to keep a solid friendship or to keep a long lasting friendship?
Definitely honesty. Like if you like have something that you don't like about the person, do not hold it.
Tell them.
We're really good about that. Do not hold it. Just tell them. Get it off your chest. Everything doesn't have to be an argument. If you can't tell that person something without them getting angry, they're not your friend.
Right.
That's just it.
Because
you need to be able to take constructive criticism.
Because even when me and her reconcile, even like with my other friends, I had a situation with one of my friends where I kind of like somebody told me that she said something, so they know me. So when I do stuff, they like she crazy. Like it ain't nothing. There's nothing left. It's nothing else. Like So when I kind of like went off on her, she like, girl, what is you talking about? You know, such and such be lying all the time. So then I'm like, sis, I'm sorry. Yeah. She's like, it's okay. I know you crazy.
And that's friendship. It's basically,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
Family.
It's just like, it's like your family. You know what I'm saying? Because I think another key opponent is being able to forgive and let go.
That's right.
But the only way you wouldn't be able to forgive and let go if you genuinely don't love that person.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you would take everything so personal.
Right.
But when you know somebody and you really know that person, you like.
Right. And if you are in a friendship like that and the person doesn't forgive you and let go, you got to step back and let them learn, because it's definitely something to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, because I saw a post, I think like a couple of days ago, it said, what did it say? It was like relationship based, but I think we go for friendship too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, I guess you can see the good in somebody and stick around. And I'm paraphrasing too, because I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, but it said, you can like me for the good, but can you love me through the bad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can like appreciate the good things and the good times, but can you still be around? I feel like that's really what I guess the term is, if it's like real or not too. Like
that's the truth.
Really last throughout the ups and the downs.
That's the truth. Right. You don't want somebody who's just around when you up. Like we done been to the lowest to the low. I'm talking about We done been
mayonnaise sandwiches. Give me some, dude.
Yeah, we done been to the lowest of the lowest where we didn't have anything, and we built it up from there.
Yeah.
And we've been with each other when we done had thousands of dollars.
Yep.
And we blew it.
And now we about to be with each other when we got
millions of dollars.
And that's something that I wanted to say too on the show today is that now that God is putting me in a position, it's no mistake that he brought my real friends back around. Like people, like it's like when I tell you, y'all, my real friends, you included too, Mario, y'all are so dope that when I gave y'all the vision, everybody just jumped on board. Nobody had their hand out. Everybody was like, we believe in the vision, let's go. And now, you know what I'm saying? It's happening and everybody about to be filthy, stinking rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it like, even like when I told y'all, God said this is for the kingdom so that we can help people. Everybody was like, I got the same vision. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know it came. Yeah, that's how I know it came from God because all of us was like on the same page. Like, yes, this is what, you know, I know God called me to do.
Right. So, because I was like looking into stuff and then she came with this vision and it just fit perfectly.
Right. Because I didn't know, honestly, when I sat in that car in September and I'm telling you, I got like 6-7 pages. God just gave me like a download and he was just talking to me. And he was like, everything that you desire is on the other side of this relationship. I know you love him, but I need you to get out of the way so I could deal with him and I could deal with you.
Yep.
So when I let the relationship go, it was still so hard for me because it was like my family started turning on me. Like it was crazy. Like when I tell you this was spiritual warfare, I said, because ain't no way. I said, now this is just going, stuff was just happening so bad to the point where I was like, all right, Stain, that's enough now. Now you're going too far. Like
that's how I was feeling.
I was like, come on now. I said, now you really going, and then that's when it dawned on me. It was like, God gave me another download. If he's going this hard, you have a purpose.
Yep.
Because ain't no way he gonna be going this hard. Like when I tell you every single thing, everything that could go wrong was going wrong.
That's how it was for me. Like when I first having my spiritual awakening, I started doing ASMR and everybody had the same reaction that Mario just had. Everybody thought it was weird.
Doing? He was laughing at you?
Yeah, he just laughed at me. Everybody be like, what's this weird stuff? And then like later they be like, yo, I watched the video. I don't know if it's meant for me to fall asleep, but I fell asleep. I'm like, yeah, that's what it's meant for you to do, to relax.
I could use that because I have trouble like sleeping at night.
Yeah, I don't sleep without it. My son don't sleep without it. Like
and see, and like it would be times where I would fall asleep like to like rain sounds.
Yeah, see,
or the Bible,
like
what you call them. Yeah, like the Bible,
playing. Yeah, like I do things where I just read and people just listen to it. Fall asleep.
Girl, speaking of the Bible app, I done went to sleep and left the Bible app. When I wake up, Jackson jumping on the bed talking about some Jesus. I said. I looked at the clock, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. He jumped on the bed talking about Jesus. Yeah, but like God makes no mistakes, and I'm just glad that he brought y'all because I need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like
we need each other.
This is like huge. Right. Like what he's doing is like huge, and I need y'all. Right. Like
he's already, showed me not just what we're working on here, but the other stuff on the outside that we need to be working on too. Like, is really going to be something in our community, in our surrounding communities.
Right.
It's gonna be big, right, Mario?
Yes, it is.
But I'm just like, I'm thankful because during those times where I didn't, I always had Mira and Tata, but during the times that I didn't have anybody, I felt alone. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like I have all of y'all that like when I'm going through things, I know I could genuinely call y'all, even though we all get on each other's nerves. You're like, this getting on my nerves today. But you know what I'm saying? Like I know it's really genuine love. I know it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to do something to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like we so much more like mature now, the way we see things, the way we think about things. We just, just wouldn't do certain things.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I don't deal with anybody outside of our circle. I'm not accepting any friends.
Ain't no squares in this circle.
I'm not accepting any friends.
The Lord probably up there like, yes, y'all is.
Yes, y'all is. Yes, y'all is. We're going to get it right.
We're going to get it right.
We're a work in progress.
Everything is like a work in progress. Mario, you have any more questions?
No. But I got another response to something you talked about earlier.
Go ahead.
I keep hitting the thing.
We're going to get it right. We're a work in progress.
That's who's playing that.
Yeah.
See, that's what her. Yeah, some more stuff she got going on over there. Anyway,
see, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go, judging.
But listen, but I thought about it too. Like we all have like destinies. We all got individual walks. So we get connected with people. You still gotta live out your destiny.
That's
you
right.
Gotta reach your point.
That's right.
I mean, so it's like you gotta eventually like part ways.
Mhm.
Because imagine if y'all or somebody like there's even with siblings with y'all parents, y'all got kids.
Yeah.
Eventually, your kids gonna go their separate way.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? But you never lose that connection.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Mhm.
Once you see if that connection sticks and it stays, that's when you know like it was meant to be. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because there's friends. I got friends now that moved. I was friends with since I was like in elementary school.
Mhm.
When their birthday come around, I hit them up. I never forget. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
hit each other up because I'm the type of person that I never hold stuff against people, or I just like I don't know. I just stick with people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Loyalty.
I feel like that's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like a very loyal person because I don't see it no other way.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I mean?
it.
Like
Mhm.
I'm just built like that. But I feel like if it's meant to be, it's just gonna come. Like, and at some point, you know what I mean. But you can't realistically think that you just want to be around this person forever. You know what I mean? No
Right.
matter who it is, even with relationships, marriage, whatever. There's times where you may just end up growing apart from that person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it's hard to deal with at times, like you said, y'all went through it where y'all like very emotional.
Mhm.
It's hard. It was tough because y'all knew. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's hard to kind of separate yourself because you know the world is cold.
Right.
So it's like when you don't have that close knit person, but you know more. It's like, dang, I gotta fend for myself. I gotta
Yeah.
find my way. But I'm glad that y'all back together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope to see more of y'all.
And yeah, and that's the truth. Like time apart is needed because when we get to them pearly gates, she ain't gonna be there with me.
Right.
I'm gonna
Right.
look for her,
Right.
but she ain't gonna be there.
You'll be like, Squally. I'm like,
Yeah, she ain't gonna be there with me. Just like you said, we all have our own purpose,
Right.
and that time apart, that's when I learned. Like you see, like my she not into ASMR. I'm very into
I
ASMR.
don't even know what it is, Jesus.
I'm very into it. I'm very into it, and like that's my personality.
But
I'm like a weird.
But we're different though because
Mhm.
like I'm more like black and white
Yeah,
lawyer type of
yeah,
judge.
and I'm more like
Rule
hippie
with an
hugger
R.
tree,
Yeah.
hippie
So
hugger
you
tree.
like
Yeah.
3000, she like big boy.
Yeah,
Big boy.
Yeah.
Show my outcast.
I don't know who Big Boy is.
She'll remember Outcast.
Use another scenario.
But I get it though.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like, even if y'all different, diverse, y'all still click. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's good to like y'all respect each other's individuality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's cool. But
Yeah,
And I think,
y'all,
like-
y'all good pair, y'all good match for real. Y'all
I know that. Like,
And you know something too, like I feel like with my maturity level, like I'm more open minded now
Yeah.
too. Like before I used to be like, nope.
yeah.
Nope. Now I just be like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Because I really like I learned like you can't judge people.
That's
Like
right.
God is the only judge.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Now right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right is
Some
right.
stuff just gonna lead you to hell.
Mhm.
But like as far as like me being like, oh, I met this person, they look like
Mhm.
this, they act like this, I don't like them. That's stupid.
That's right.
That's stupid. Like you got to
Mhm.
give people a chance. Like
And yeah.
that's
right.
just
That's
yeah.
the truth. And you say, not to judge, and this has nothing to do with it. But in the Bible, it says, "Do not judge." And them people went up there and they applied to be a judge. What? You just said that the other day. They put that suit on and they applied to be a judge. They put that robe on. So you asking for it, huh?
It do say do not judge that.
And they went out there to be a judge.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Somebody gonna pay. Somebody
Yeah.
gonna pay. I don't know. Mm-mm.
But yes, friendships are not easy, but friendships are also not hard.
They're not.
Mm-mm.
They're not. You just got to be able to love your friend through whatever. Like you know who the person. Once you know somebody,
Mhm.
I feel like this, and this is what this always been my logic. If you could love a man or a woman through anything, you could love your friend through
That's right.
anything. Because why you got more grace or mercy for that person than you got for
That's
your
the
friend?
truth. That is very much the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Because when that person go, your
Mhm.
friend gonna be the one sitting there like, let's talk about him.
Let's try. Yeah.
She's
stupid. She's stupid. Yeah, that's the
Come
truth.
on, let's get together and
You gotta
man
be-
bash.
You gotta be willing. You gotta be willing, like Mario said, take them people
right
for
with
whatever.
you.
Be very loyal. Loyal is a key
Loyalty,
component.
and that's something that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? Because right now in the world, they call him wrong, right, and right, wrong.
Wrong.
I ain't never seen nothing like it in my
Nobody's
life.
loyal.
I can't believe it.
Nobody's loyal.
Well, I'm loyal.
Yeah. Yes,
You're
very,
loyal.
we're loyal. Our circle,
You know what I'm saying?
our
Like we got
around
people
loyal.
that's loyal.
I'm very loyal. I don't care who it is. Like if I said I love you, I'm down for you. I'm there for you.
Ride
like,
or die.
no matter what. Even if I think you're doing something wrong, I'd be like, Jesus, we're gonna fix it, but I'm gonna go ahead with you.
Yeah. Chantel like real like
Mhm.
what's the name of it? I always call her the voice of reason.
Mhm.
She be like, before you think of it that way, just look at you should be a
Mhm.
psychologist.
I should. I thought about it.
You should be a psychologist.
But they're gonna get on my nerves though. Oh, just like
Didn't
this
I
person.
tell you put that on
I
silent?
did. He done shook through the thing.
He done called so many
My
times.
baby dad done shook through the.
He not watching the show.
I don't know. He deleted his. No, he don't have Facebook. He deactivated his Facebook right now. I told him it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But he probably didn't know where to find it on there.
You could have answered if you wanted.
We live on the
We'll
air.
listen to the conversation.
Why are you trying to be nosy? You ain't want to listen to. You ain't want to listen to AMRS.
ASMR. I had enough. They're gonna stop talking about my ASMR.
What I say, AMRS? You know,
If you're in the commercial break, if you're in the ASMR and you're looking for an ASMRS, please tune into my YouTube, Jade the Royal. You will not
still
be.
have videos up now?
Yes, I have over probably 100
I'm gonna
videos.
check it out. I'm gonna check it out tonight.
I have
I'm
over.
gonna see if it works too.
Okay, I'll send you one I think is good for you.
All right.
Mhm.
Cool.
You be outside hugging trees.
I do.
Oh, let me ask you something.
Mhm.
Because you know how, like in the Bible, hold on.
Mhm.
Now tell me this. We all went to Bible school at different times, right?
Yeah.
Now, and this is something that I thought that we briefly went over in Bible school, but I kind of forgot.
Mhm.
Back when Adam and Eve was in the garden, were animals talking? Yes, right? Animals were, because remember the serpents was walked
Mhm.
up to them and
talk.
could see, what's it
that
called?
was the servant, but I don't know if that was because he was supposed to be used for that purpose. But I gotta look and see because I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
they
don't
were
know.
actually Talking. I don't know. I don't think they would be, but
Why not?
I don't know. I guess you're asking that too because
I think it was the
Satan used
spirit
serpent.
in the serpent, and
But then
what?
too, I guess you're saying that asking that too because it will be like out the norm for just a random animal to just start talking.
So what were you going to ask? Does the trees talk?
Yeah,
I feel
because
it's
you
that
see
energy
now,
from it's an energy from them.
because you see now, like people that plant
I talk to
trees,
them.
they talk to them.
Yes.
And it was a scientific thing.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
very
seen
true.
on YouTube where the plant that they talk bad to died
In the
one.
other. Yes, I do. I plant a lot of stuff. Me and my kid, we plant a
You
lot
gotta
of
look it
stuff.
up.
Not right now.
Me and my kid, we plant a lot of stuff when we talk to them. I'm a tree hugger, garden growing.
You love animals too, though.
I love animals probably more than I love people.
Something gotta be wrong with me because I ain't really.
There ain't nothing wrong with you. That's just not what you're into.
I just don't like. It's
They're
never.
like, I can't watch an animal getting hurt. I would cry.
Now see that, like I done ran over like a squirrel one
You
time.
know
I
what?
ran over a cat. Another time I
A
ran.
cat.
I was so upset. I was like, no.
See, you got a heart for them.
Yeah, but I don't want them near me.
Yeah, I don't want them near me neither.
Yeah, I just.
I
no.
don't even want a cat near me. I like to look at it on the calendar. Don't you bring that cat near me?
Yeah, because I can't. It's just
I was probably
certain things.
traumatized from like Millville though, because you know they got cats everywhere.
Yeah, but
When
them
we was
cats, they
growing
ain't
up.
no regular cats. Them
Ain't no
cats will
regular
chase you
cat.
down
Yeah.
like dogs, you know.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm traumatized from cats. But yeah. Would you like to share?
Right?
You wanted to hear mine.
Let's hear yours. Let's hear yours. Mookie, do you have any questions? I see you're watching. I guess
Hey
it's you and
Mookie,
Stephanie.
love you. Hey Stephanie, love you.
Sharon, do you have any questions?
Hey Ronnie, love you.
I don't know who Harriet Tubman is.
Hey Harriet Tubman.
Harriet, you got any
Came
questions?
to free us. Love you too.
Yo. I guess ain't nobody got no questions.
Yeah, but ultimately, friendship just takes work, time, patience. Anything like a
And
regular
maturity. 'Cause some
yes,
of y'all
maturity. Anything like a regular any relationship you will have with somebody that you care about.
Right. It does take. I'm learning.
And boundaries.
Boundaries.
And
yeah.
boundaries.
I'm learning that
Because I'm very sensitive and she could be very mean. She don't
Am
know
I
she
still
being mean.
mean?
No, it's not you're mean. It's just that I'm sensitive. So like the way you might say something might hurt my feelings.
No, Mario agree with you. Am I meing?
I don't think she's mean. I think she's stern. And but we need them kind of people in our life. You know
I
what
mean, like, am I like am I?
Like I get on your nerves all the time.
You do.
I can just say one word and you just like start tripping on me. You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah.
you a tree
I
hugger
need to
too,
go sit
huh?
on the couch with y'all.
Come on,
For
you a
real.
tree hugger.
No.
He's a tree
I
hugger.
think he like in between. He like a little bit of a tree hugger and a little bit of
I
a.
walk around barefoot sometimes.
Yes, you need to connect.
Outside?
To connect, yeah.
In the dirt.
And it's grass.
Well, in
Jay.
my yard, because like
Why?
it's certain
connect.
areas.
I heard somebody say that last night on, because you know I be on the TikTok.
Mhm.
I heard some girls saying that like it like we're in the season where you need to connect.
Yes,
like,
and
when-
you always have shoes on that's that rubber.
Right.
You don't.
It kind of blocks.
It blocks the connection. Yeah, the inner.
so much stuff
This world
going on.
God made it so beautiful. Like,
right, and they done
be a-
messed it all
yeah.
up. They done.
Tools, I forgot what they're called, but you can stick them in the ground and see. Like,
Yep.
That's what the girl said. Put your feet
to
in the
see if
ground.
it's good. It's
yeah,
a
you
good
can tell
place.
by that, I guess they'll turn.
That's the
a certain way
truth.
to let you know if it's like a positive.
Positive, because you could be on a bad connection
But
with.
they say sometimes too, like they'll place projects in like certain apartment buildings and like
That's
bad
right.
areas, but that energy is a bad area.
So it's like a principality is over that
exactly,
area.
Exactly. Your feet, your hands are energy, like like an energy source to this world.
Well, I know like a lot of stuff that I be seeing now, because before I wasn't as open-minded with a lot of things, because in church they tell you, hey, this witchcraft, this, that. Everything just seems so religious. But
Nard did time that he said it's called grounding.
Yes, grounding. That's right, Nard.
Thank you, Nard.
Thank you, Nard. But I was like very like closed-minded, but when I started my spiritual awakening, like, and God like really
dealt with you,
started showing me things,
you started shaking the table.
I was like, like the world is not what you think it is.
It's not.
It's really not what you think.
And you get I get a real understanding now. Like I got a real understanding of everything that's around me, everything that's been trying to talk to me. I'm like, why they didn't just tell me this? You know what I'm saying?
Why couldn't they just keep it a
bean? But I understand why, because then people be like, oh, you're weird.
And then people go too far too. Like people they go too far. You
yes,
know
that's the truth.
They go way too far. And Mario,
yes.
Do you have friends besides us?
I got a couple.
So what would you say your definition of being a good friend is?
Like loyalty, of course. Understanding, because you gotta understand like the person that you're friends with. Because there were times where I guess I saw something my way, but I didn't realize that everybody's not gonna be like me. That was one of the hardest things I had to realize.
Right.
Like everybody is different, so they're going to handle the situation different. You know what I mean? But it took time for me to realize it, because I felt like stuff should be one way. You know what I'm saying? It's either you're there or you're not. But then I realized that everybody was like going through their like process. So
right.
Like, we're all going through a process, even like during those friendships.
Yep. Right. Everybody has their own journey.
Yeah. So we dealing with stuff personally, and so then we come together, but we're still going through those phases. You know what I mean? So I got an understanding of that too. My biggest thing is just trusting people. You know what I mean? Like feeling like I actually had somebody that's really there for me and really got my back. You know what I'm saying? So that was like one of my main issues. But I mean, I do got friends, but I just feel like I'm good, like by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with that, but I do got certain people that I'm close with.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not the type of person that got to be around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either.
Yeah, that's how we are.
Yeah, I don't think none of us, like anybody that I'm close to, none of us are the type of people that have to be around a lot of people. And then I don't know about y'all, but I'm not the type of person that could just vibe and 100% feel like myself around everybody. So like, how like we sitting on the couch and I crack up with you, how I crack up with Mario or Sharonda or Portia. I can't do that with everybody. Like people make me feel uncomfortable, and then I just gotta sit there and be.
It's like when you walk into the room, you can feel like the
energy. Like when
I'm like, oh, I want to go home.
Yo, like it's like when you come in, you can feel them spirits. You like, nope, this ain't it.
Yeah,
so
that's the truth.
Yeah, you can feel it. You could feel it too when you walk in the room, Mario. Yeah.
So, what was your longest friendship? How old were you when you first met them?
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. Must be a shorty. He over there.
Yeah, he over there grinning. I'm trying to remember.
What do you mean? Now you know this friendship, like we were like around each other, or we just stayed like
just stayed in contact.
Like stayed in contact.
That's still your friend, even if you're not around them.
But I'm like anybody that I knew.
Was it like from the church people? Because y'all was around each other for a long time.
Yeah,
okay.
Before that, though, I got friends from, like I said, from elementary school. So yeah, we just like even now with social media, it's easier now too.
Yeah, for real. Back then we had to. Back then we had to go outside to see our
right, or you would never see them again in life.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's people that I grew up with that moved, and like because of Facebook, you know what I'm saying, I still stay connected, so we still cool. So
yeah.
But what was your longest friendship?
You.
I was about to say, it's about to be a Royal Rumble. You see, I had to.
Yeah, my longest friendship. It's you.
Well, technically,
and Sharonda.
Yeah, I'm technically. I don't want to bust your bubble, but just like how you knew Sharonda before me. I knew Sharonda before you. I met Sharonda.
I know that.
I met her when we was like 9 or something.
I know that because when I was hanging out, I was hearing about you. I was hanging out with her.
Yeah, when I
used to go to her. Ronnie, remember I used to be coming over to your house and we used to be going upstairs. We used to be hanging out.
Mm-hmm. I just thought about something because you can have long-lasting associations and then long-lasting friendships. So like association is somebody who's acquainted with, you was cool with.
No, these are my friends.
Nah, these is friends because anybody that was associate, they ain't associate.
Anybody I tussle for, that's my friend.
Yeah, but it's like even the people that I thought about, like even growing up, like we were just like hanging out, chill, we was cool. But then you got those that was like you said.
I'm glad you said that though, because like I would in my mind, my so loyal, so naive mind. Mm-hmm. These people I know in school, I thought they was my friends. Right. They was trying to talk to my baby dad. I didn't see them for years, but their baby dad tried to talk to me. I would never. You know what I'm saying? And then I look on Facebook, my baby dad talk about where all the good girls at, and they talking about right here. I said, wait a minute. See, so I'm glad you say that because I had to learn, like, okay, they don't think like me.
But you know what though? I remember sidebar. Mm-hmm. I remember one of our friends, I ain't gonna say her name on here. She not on here anyway, but one of our friends, you could kind of sort of.
I already got it in my mind.
So one of her friends, baby dads, was trying to get at me, right? So I was like, because I met the girl a couple of times, like I hung out with her a couple of times, but the girl wasn't my friend. So I tell her, I'm like, yo, tell me why such and such baby dad trying to get at me. He was fine too. I was like,
you know what?
I can't. So I'm like, telling her, she like, girl, that's my friend, not your friend. I'm like, I couldn't do it though. I was like, no, I can't.
But that's good to know. Like,
I just felt bad. Like, I was like, no, I'm not. Even though she's just like my associate, like that's just like no.
But I promise you, they'll do it to you.
Yeah, but
did it to me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But then I was thinking, I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, she'd have did it.
But I have to learn that.
We're like people friends, but are you really a friend? Because I feel like a friendship goes deeper than just. I may see you and I say like hi and bye to you, but it's like. Do we have a actual honest real relationship?
Right.
You know what I mean, we all got that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even with the circle you had before. And I would say like you always around each other enough, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, time is going to tell all.
That's right.
So time is going to show you like what really was a friendship, what really
wasn't. You know what I mean? I basically had to learn that, you know, everybody, and I'm still not going to, do it. That's just me. Like I still wouldn't do it. I'm not going to change, but I see y'all. I want to let y'all know. I look at the thing. I want to let y'all know. I see y'all.
God gonna get you.
And God gonna get you, but I ain't gonna do it because I could do it, but I'm not. And I could have sent one of my friends, but I'm not.
Yo,
I'm not gonna do that. I would never change.
Right? I know Jesus up there.
I wouldn't change like who I am, even though it hurt. Even when I still see it, like I thought these people were my friends. Like I knew they wasn't a me and Jazz.
That's what you get because I told you,
and you did tell me.
I told you.
I still need to get somewhere to sit in the corner.
That's what you get. Yeah. You keep giving them chances. Like how many times you gonna give them a chance?
That's the truth.
Like no, they don't like, and that's the way they probably look at it. Like we was friends in high school. She's my associate.
But I look at it like we was friends in high school. I still got your back.
They ain't how they look.
None of them. Not one of them. Not one of them. They all turned.
They really hurt
me.
You really feel the type way. Yeah, I seen you on even my baby dad.
Yes. And when it's crazy when their baby dad was talking about how they was built. And you know what I'm talking about. I was sticking up for them.
Yo, I can't. I know Nard in there dying right now.
I'll be sticking up for these people, but that's it. Learn who's
so
your friend.
So you was on Facebook arguing with her baby dad?
Yes. Or I wasn't arguing with her baby dad. I was telling her, like, don't, like, when I seen him saying that, I was like, don't listen. Like, you're beautiful how you are. Shut it. You're beautiful. Like, stay strong. Keep your head up. Don't. And I always am that person. And they always do that. Like, everybody. But I got to realize everybody don't love like me. They don't think like me.
Just save that encouragement for these young girls.
That's what I'm going to do.
Because these.
They already out. It's too late for them. It's too late to apologize.
It's not too late. God got to touch them.
It's going to take God, because if I touch him.
You know what I'm saying? Her thinking too, like, you got to really, like, value a solid relationship. You know what I mean? You got to see the importance in it, because it really matters. Like, you need that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can take people for granted. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
But you gotta realize like, yo, this is valuable and I need it. You know what I mean? Like even if, like I said, even if you go apart and come back, but it's important to have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You need that.
right, for real. I know I need that push sometimes. I know I need somebody I can call and pray with. I know I need somebody who I could talk to when I'm going through something, because I am the kind of person that don't talk to nobody. I don't trust nobody. Right. So I will not talk to anybody. I only talk to her.
And I'm the friend that everybody come to, and I'll be over there broken and dying. It's like Jesus, help me. Like the other day, y'all don't know. I think I told you, and I was like, the day after we had that, was it after we had the meeting?
After the meeting.
It was like a couple days after that when I really sat back and thought about, I'm like, everybody's depending on me. Like it was like a thing that.
And
like,
guess what I did? I talked you right on.
You did, because you was like, God wouldn't put you, and then like right when you were saying that, like I felt the Holy Spirit just like, I wouldn't bring you out here to leave you.
That's right.
Like this, you're going to do my will.
Right.
And that's what I get for saying, Lord, send me, I'll go.
Yeah, everybody's dependent on you.
I know.
But everybody need to be dependent on themselves. You gave us the vision. Now it's about, us to.
God gave me the vision.
Yeah, God gave you the vision. You shared it with us. Now we going to work it out. Period.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that somebody is naturally a loyal, good friend, or do you feel like somebody can eventually get to that point where they are? You feel like
I feel like either you got it or you don't. Like I feel like God made people.
I'm about to say the same thing.
I just feel like I honest to God feel like God made people a certain type of way. Because I'm telling you, like I endured so much hurt over the years, like with being loyal and like just like trying to love people. And then there's some people that they just don't care.
They don't care.
They don't like, and it's like it's no stop button. They just like, oh well.
But I do believe that some people can
be conformed.
Yeah, they can like mature. Like they could be doing like a whole bunch of stuff when they're younger, then grow up and mature. But I gotta keep my eye on them because they might have a relapse.
Right. But I feel like
they stabbing you in your back.
Right. But I feel like as far as like loyalty and having a good heart, I feel like that's like a trait that God gives people. Right. Because I done met a lot of people in life, and it's like I could almost tell when somebody just ain't right.
Right. That's the truth.
And it's not just a feeling. Like you just know. And then you see the stuff that they be doing, you be like, and then when you try to reason with them, they stab you in the back.
They're the worker of the devil.
Right, worker.
The devil's right hand man.
We got a question from one of the audience members.
What they say? Who was it? Mookie?
Nah, it's Nard.
All right, what Nard say?
He said, "Can he hold 100,000?"
Yeah, when we get it, but we expect you to flip it. You see me talking to the mic again? We expect you to flip it.
Nard, I had to ask Jesus, can you hold that? Because this is his money.
If you could flip it.
But soon. That'll be soon. Like next couple months soon.
Cheers to that.
Anything else?
Nope.
You got any advice for people out here, as far as like friendships and how to like move and how to,
I would just say, like, when it comes to friendships, own your stuff.
Own your stuff.
Own your stuff. If you did something wrong, if you said something wrong, what's wrong with saying sorry? What's wrong with admitting that you did something wrong?
That's right. Own your stuff.
That's the only way you're going to be able to build from there.
And you do your actions out of love. Everything. Sometimes if y'all got to get on the ground and tussle it out and get up.
The spirit of tussle done jumped on you because I don't even get, you done threatened to tussle me.
You dated me. I need it. I'm talking to the mic. Move this mic.
Got calmed down.
No, I'm just saying, like, if y'all really need to like argue, like it's okay to argue, like,
right.
And that's why I love about my cousins. Like it's different. It's a different dynamic with family members. Like we could argue, like we could call each other
like,
the worst names.
Like, girl, shut up. You know, you shut up.
Shut your bald headed. And then we like the next day, we just not even the next day, the same day. Right. And I think that's how friends like me and her could say whatever. She'd be like, girl, you look like a fool.
No, remember that day me and you, we was cracking on each other and I said, you out here look like a coconut Dutch.
You out here looking like a cut off Newport light. Yeah. And then we just be good. But sometimes you gotta be able to oh girl, this wig almost took this earring out. This Eric Bond.
Now you like that lady from Facebook that got her products in Target.
Yeah, she's talking about Aunt Tab.
Yeah, her. That's what she look like right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Aunt Tab.
Okay, Aunt Tab.
Right.
Claim it.
Hold on. Oh, I just had a vision.
Claim it.
I just had
Aunt Tab like,
had
this
an
is
idea.
Donna. She be like, this is Donna. And Donna said, hey.
I love Aunt Tab.
Me
She
too.
like speak like so lightly.
Light and she real, but she be real.
She nice. I like her.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know if she nice in real life,
I
but
was
she.
gonna say that too.
But she seemed like it. You could tell her.
Yeah,
good,
because she be
but you
giving.
could tell a good spirit.
Yeah, you can. She got a good
She got a
spirit.
gentle spirit.
But she be giving it to you though. She
Yeah.
gonna tell you the truth.
That's what I love about her. Yep. But basically, just
Be
own your
real.
stuff. Be
Own
real.
your stuff. If you do something wrong, just some stuff you can't come back from. Like some stuff in friendship is going too far. You did too much.
Right.
Like you burnt
And
that
that should
bridge.
never happen.
Yeah, it should never happen because that's not what. When you love somebody, it's just it should be limits to certain things. Like something in your mind should be like, I don't want to hurt this person to the point where you know what I'm saying. Like they just sick.
Right.
But most people nowadays they ain't like that. They going to take your
go
head
all the
off.
way.
They going to. And thank God that the Lord worked on me because I was going to go all the way right back on. Especially if you ain't my friend. You was going to get what you gave. You really was. You was. But now I really be turning the other cheek. I'll be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I come with maturity too though. Because me, I used to be like off the handle too. Like, because I would let my emotions get the best of me. But then I started like. Because I remember it was this one dude like years ago. Like, and now that I look back, I can see what happened. Like, he might have been high-headed too when he was younger, but then I saw how he would handle stuff when I was high-headed. And now that I done grew, you know what I mean? I kind of learned, like, just to chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? So stuff come over time, like, as far as, you know, seeing yourself and learning yourself, and then you try to make those changes.
Right.
It's beneficial because you got to learn how to respond to stuff, but you can't react the same way, be the same person
right.
you was.
What are you, Aquarius? Don't stone me at the cross.
No.
Don't tell me.
Way off. You would, like, nah, you far off. Like, nah.
Really?
This ain't the show for that.
Nah, okay. Hold on. She
okay, let me guess.
Guess again.
No, I don't see that on you. Maybe like
you gotta go further down the calendar. Like
I don't see other things on you.
What?
Oh,
you off tonight.
Maybe I don't know them. Maybe I don't know with them more, but
it's okay.
Something like I wouldn't know.
I'm a Virgo.
I was gonna say that because I don't know them.
Okay.
I don't know any Virgos.
She said because I don't know them.
And it's crazy how people say that because I know people that said like they only got friends as Virgos. I'm like, how?
I don't know any.
I don't know a lot of Virgos. I even know Virgos that got the same birthday as me. Like
I don't know any of them.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Okay. Don't stone me.
Are y'all done?
Yeah.
Y'all had y'all moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, but I feel like this show was like a real chill, laid back show. Like this, honestly, the first show that I was able to like let my hair down. Like we played a lot because you know I'm goofy. Yeah, I like to laugh. Yep. So I'm glad that I got a chance to like really like let my hair down and not talk about like a serious.
Yeah. He said, "Let your bun down." I heard him.
No, I said literally.
He said, "Let your bun down."
No, I did not.
Heard him.
I did not say that.
See,
let me stop before she gets you.
That's not what friends. That's not what friends do. But like I'm just glad like that we all got a chance to come together and just kick it and chill and show people like real dynamic of friendships because people is so corny now. Like social media like done just turned this into something that it ain't.
It's the
people be on podcasts, pretending, acting. They don't even be on there giggling and laughing with their friends. They just be on there trying to act like they just so bougie.
Yep. No, we ain't giving it up. Y'all getting the real deal. This is not rehearsed.
The raw and uncut version.
If this wig pop off, I'm gonna stick it back on, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, but anything else, Mario, that you could think of?
Not right now.
Do you think your opinion? Mm-hmm. You've been friends with me for like some years, not as long as Chantel, but what, like a good 7-8 years?
Probably, maybe more than that.
10.
Something like that.
Okay. Do you think I'm a good friend?
Yeah.
When did you meet her? Hold up. When did you meet her?
Girl, we got 20 years.
We met y'all the same day when our car was broke down. Stop it.
Yo, what day was that?
I was at the American Legion. And Mario came to help when your car was broke down. Remember?
I remember that.
What car?
Was at the American Legion at the you know what I'm talking about when they used to have church service over there?
Yeah, at the hall.
My car was broke down?
Yes.
Was it that purple car?
I don't remember which car it was, but I remember
that.
We was together?
Yes. That was our we was just started going to that church.
Did I fix it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably was overheating. Ain't no telling what was doing.
And I think you needed a jump. And he came
Yeah, you got good
with his
memory.
church suit
I don't even
on.
remember that.
I remember it. He came with his church suit on
You don't remember?
and his slacks.
He used to be wearing them church
He was
shoes.
gonna-
And he used to have
I
a
had
little.
to.
He used to have a little watch in his pocket. He used to pull the watch out and flip it open like the
Yeah.
old school
Y'all
watches.
know Mario was a singer, did y'all?
How he used to be on there, Chantel?
Grateful for.
Yeah.
He could sing though. He
He's
could
like
sing.
grateful, grateful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You want to give him a little sample?
Nah, not
Yeah.
All right. He said y'all gotta pay for that.
Yeah, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that day.
So that was longer than 10 years, right?
It was well, baby was probably like 2. He was probably like
So that's what, like
matter of
30.
fact, he was in my stomach. He wasn't even born, and he's 14.
Right.
Dang, he wasn't my friend then. I ain't know him.
Yes, the day you met him. That's the day you met
I
him.
used to talk to him though.
Church because I wasn't out there, like I wasn't out and about.
Yeah, but that's
But I wasn't. Dante was his friend before we was his friend, wasn't he?
Nah,
Dante wasn't there that day.
he wasn't. I met him later on.
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
I
don't
do.
either, but it had to be church. Though.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's been like
I
what,
wasn't
like
even pregnant.
13,
like this was like
15 years?
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
you think? Nah, keep it G. You think I'm a good friend because you be
I mean, there were
complaining.
times I question certain stuff about you, but you know what that is. We talked about that already, but you good.
Yeah, like you know that she got a good heart, right?
Yeah.
Answer that right.
Yeah.
Because I come fly over this table.
she been trying to tussle somebody. Today gonna be the day. Today is gonna be the day. Do you think I'm a good friend?
I know you're a
Even
good
though
friend.
I was mean to you sometimes. I'm sorry.
I know you're a good
and
friend.
I was mean to
have
you
a good
too.
heart.
I'm sorry, Mario.
Even-
I was traumatized. Y'all,
Yeah,
you
I know.
I was traumatized. I had to take it out on somebody.
Mhm.
Somebody had to get.
But I feel the love right now. Though. I feel it.
Yeah.
It's strong right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
As we go.
Really? Really? So you just go. I thought it was gonna be him that broke out in the song.
It was the perfect moment. It was a perfect moment.
I really thought it was about to be Mario that broke out in this song. But this right here is real.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember back in the day, me and Chantel used to do Facebook videos, and people, they wanted more and more. They like, yo, y'all are funny.
They used to be like, keep going, make more.
They used to like make more. Like, they used to be like, y'all are funny. Y'all brighten our day. Like, it's like a good time watching y'all. So hopefully.
To the audience, if y'all want to see more Jazz and Chantel, put some thumbs up in the comment section.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know,
Drop a purple heart. I'm going to share this on my
Mookie on here laughing. Y'all too much. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the squad on here. Y'all drop these thumbs if y'all want to see me and Chantel on this show.
And if you're watching this later from my ASMR channel, drop a purple heart. Now we're going to show them. Show up ASMR platform. Show up and show out. Let them know.
I just seen you throw up your heart sign. Mookie put a thumbs up.
See?
Demir's Mookie put another thumbs up. Mir, you want to watch us? Okay, Jasmine. Who else?
Look at Jasmine.
Who said not Newport?
I cut off
Newport. You called me
like
we was young.
Yeah.
Yo, that's how you know when you really friends with somebody. When we used to get mad at each other, we would serve each other.
we would.
Like, get your little raggy stuff. People be looking at us like, it's just not right. They just don't know how to behave. I know.
Or if you can't go somewhere and sit next to them. All right. Want to wrap this on then?
Go ahead, Mario. You want to say anything else?
Go ahead, Mario. Sing us. So Mario, sing us out.
No, we don't want to hear it.
Because I'm coughing. I don't want to cough in the middle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel it.
See? You know what that is? That's called payback. Because for years, I was coughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I used to be smoking them Black and Milds before the Lord delivered me.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be, like, I'll be calling Mario, I'll be talking, I'm like, and he be like, you always.
That's what I like about him, too. He didn't say what's on his mind.
He be like, you always coughing on the phone. Now, look, every time you look up, he coughing. I ain't coughing no more.
You've been delivered.
That's what you did. I've been delivered. You reaping what you sowed.
And then what y'all want to say though before we get out of here?
Let me see. They want to see you on the show again, Jade.
And I'll be here, Jay Chantel. Me and my next time I'm gonna bring my ASMR crew.
See, I told you.
Yeah, tell them come on.
Next time I'm gonna bring my ASMR crew, and we're gonna
that.
show up and we're gonna show out because I was on another podcast. They showed up and they showed out. And we're gonna show up and show out.
Yeah, make sure you bring them on over. Come on over.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But thank you guys for watching. Is it how long we got?
He said 3 minutes. That was like a minute ago.
2 minutes.
See, look, I'll be on point.
Oh, so we still got time.
I got a minute 30.
All right. Well,
Okay, so we really appreciate you guys watching. I know some people gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, they childish. They on there laughing and giggling." It's not my fault that you're angry and upset.
Right.
You need to.
We're gonna pray for you. Work through it.
Yeah, work through it. But this is like the dynamic of real friendship.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like even like with Mario being on the other side of the camera. Next week he'll be on this side of the camera
right.
as we talk about relationships,
Awesome.
the good, the bad,
the ugly.
You gonna be here?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mario could sit in the middle over there and we could be on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 2 against 1.
Yep. That's how we do. We stroll
That's how
them.
we do it.
We stroll them. Yeah.
So
talking. Yeah, basically, thank you guys for joining us. I love being here with you guys. Thank you for having me. Friendship is real if you make it real. We love you guys and catch us on the flip side.
Until next time.
Give them out with the bounce.
I'm trying to make sure I don't I don't throw up no other signs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to
They'll take us out of here.
Right. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing the right
Do y'all
thing.
want
Hold
that
on.
bounce? Do y'all want that bounce? Do y'all want that bounce? That bounce, you gotta put a dip in.
When they put us on our own TV show in Hollywood, they gonna be like, yo, they entertaining.
Yeah.
Come on, take us out.
Deuces.
Yeah. Till next time.
You got hot under these lights.